Hello students, welcome to another lesson presented by the Learning Depot. I'm Lulu Shaw, and in today's lesson we are going to learn about 10 common expressions that you're probably saying incorrectly. It's especially important that you're aware of them and correct them in order to sound more professional. Let's begin. The first one is moot point. A moot point usually refers to a hypothetical situation that may be irrelevant or closed for discussion, and many people say a mute point, M-U-T-E, and it is incorrect to say M-U-T-E. It is a moot, M-O-O-T, a moot point. So make sure that when you are writing it, if you are discussing with someone or sending especially an email related at work, that you write it correctly, M-O-O-T, a moot point. The second expression that is often stated incorrectly is taken aback. Taken aback means that you are shocked or surprised about something, you don't expect it. For example, when you say, I was taken aback to learn that my company was laying off all of its employees. It's taken aback. Aback is one word. It's not taking or taken back. I hear many people say taken back. Make sure that you say taken aback. Let's go on to number 3. And number 3 is all in all. All in all is a phrase that means all things considered or nevertheless, but many people write all, and it's not with the and, it's all in all. So make sure, especially when you're writing, because in speech, especially in informal speech, it really doesn't matter, but in your writing, in order to sound more professional, make sure that you write it correctly. The next one, number 4, is to pass muster. Pass muster is an old expression that comes from the military, and it means to pass inspection. But many people confuse this expression and say to pass mustard, like the condiment, and it is not about the condiment. So make sure that when you are, again, writing it, you write it correctly. It's pass muster, M-U-S-T-E-R, pass muster. Let's go on to the next one, number 5. Number 5 is a little funny. The correct expression is buck naked, not butt naked, although there is debate that now butt naked is accepted. The original expression seems to be buck naked from a buckskin, which happens to be deer hide. So if you're buck naked, deer don't wear clothes, so you are completely naked. And speaking of butts, number 6 is nip it in the bud, not nip it in the butt, as many people say. This is actually a gardening term. Nipping it in the bud means when you're nipping roses or flowers and you don't want them to bloom. It's actually an expression that means to stop a situation before it gets out of hand and out of control. So it is nip it in the bud, B-U-D, nip it in the bud, not nip it in the butt. The next one, number 7, is hunger pangs. Hunger pangs. If you have pangs of hunger, you actually have pains. Pangs are contractions. When you're so hungry that your stomach starts to contract. Many people say hunger pains. It's not hunger pains, it is hunger pangs. P-A-N-G-S, hunger pangs. Let's go on to the next one. Scantily clad. If you are scantily clad, you probably aren't wearing a lot of clothes. So many people confuse this expression and say scandally, like a scandal, because it's scandalous. And yes, it's someone who may not be wearing a lot of clothes or is showing a lot of skin or is wearing something revealing. It may be scandalous to some people, but it's not scandally, it's scantily, because what they're wearing is scant, meaning not enough, not a lot. So it's scantily clad, scantily clad. Number 9, Number 9 is the fiscal. Fiscal policy, fiscal year. The word fiscal has to do with budgets, revenue, taxes. It has to do with money. And if, for example, if you're saying we're going to close out the fiscal year, it does not necessarily have to be from the beginning of the year, the new year, January 1st to December 31st. For example, in the school system, the fiscal year runs from July 1st to June 30th. But many people say the physical year, like in your physical body. It is not the physical year or physical policy, it is fiscal, F-I-S-C-A-L. So make sure that you are writing it correctly. And number 10, my favorite, for all intents and purposes. It means in effect or essentially, but many people say for all intensive purposes. And if you think about it, they actually sound alike. For all intents and purposes, for all intensive purposes. Just make sure that when you are writing, again, especially at work or in a professional setting, you have to write a professional email or a memo that you say for all intents and purposes. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. This is one of many lessons that I plan on doing on how to fix common errors either in speech or in writing. Remember that language changes and evolves, and how you speak in a professional setting or with your teachers or something that you're doing for school or for work would be different than what you do or how you speak with your friends. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below and I'll be sure to answer them. And if you like this video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. And please like and share so that others may learn about my channel. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.